Okay, brilliant. So, yeah, welcome to the last session, which is just going to be a discussion about the inclusion of contemporary urban genres into the curriculum, and also DJing. I'd like to start off with the panelists to say a few words about yourself, what your sort of your own background, and then the activities that you do, and then I've got some questions here, and so we'll get into the questions after that. Yeah.
Sure.
So take it away, Hugh.
Okay. Hi everyone. So I'm Hugh. I'm actually standing in for our CEO today on short notice. So hopefully I can provide as much value as he would. But I'm from Future DJs, now Virtuoso. I have a music academic background. I think in a way it's kind of fated because mum and dad wanted us all to be doctors. My dad makes 16th century lutes, and my mum's a semi-pro opera singer for many years, and everyone played instruments to high standard in the house. So I think it was sort of fated. I ended up getting a master's degree from the University of Salford, and started making a couple of interactive games for kids using Max MSP, and I got introduced to Austin from Future DJs, and was hired then as product manager for music production, sort of more or less on the spot. Had a very exciting journey then over the next sort of couple of years, scaling up actually to around 1,000 lessons a week around the country with students teaching DJing full time. Super exciting. I actually did some of that myself as well. So during that time we created a book with Favourite Music Publishing called How to DJ, sort of like the full sort of standalone resource for learning to DJ. And we also did the world's first grades for DJing, grades 1, 3 and 5 with London College of Music Examinations Board, which was very exciting and gave kids that sort of accreditation pathway, and I think the teachers liked it as well because the children could actually have something to show for that practice and for learning there. We began to get into music production, so I created a 300-odd page music production curriculum and an 80 lesson plan sort of set using Soundtrap. We partnered with Spotify, so this is amazing browser-based music production software. Began doing these sort of workshops around the country. We used to do road shows, very exciting. You get all the kids involved, sometimes causing absolute mayhem because they love a DJing assembly. It's about 50 times better, I think, than what they normally sort of have. And then ultimately doing CPD sessions as well, some of which I used to do. Very fond memory that comes to mind actually is teachers very sort of phobic of hip hop and was asking me how to listen to Jay Huss's album by the end, so I think I did alright on that one. So the pandemic struck, and that was very, very difficult for us as a business. We did in-person tutoring as a predominant thing. So we began experimenting in ways to sort of teach online, and that's where Virtuoso was born, leveraging our industry contacts to get best artists from the industry in. Thought how inspiring could it be if we could support them? They may not be sort of natural educators, but can we give them the structure? Sorry, I've got a large phone, it always falls out of my pocket. Can we give them the structure to teach and inspire online and any time after experimenting during the pandemic, doing live sessions with young people, which I think, as some people will know, is actually very challenging over Zoom conference calls and that kind of thing. You can't really see where people are engaging. We had this amazing virtual classroom set up with this sort of screen wall. I wish I'd sort of brought a picture that could be quite helpful. But we're now sort of working out, this final thing I'd say, how to get now back into engaging with schools through some kind of cross-subsidy model where the commercial side of the business can actually fund students to learn with us for free, where I think Future DJs, we always struggled with the lack of resources available in schools. You know, schools got no money, music departments got no money, parents actually quite often have no money. So it's very difficult to actually reach and engage as many people as we wanted.